Raven from southeast coast of Norway, and honestly I am a little bit tired of this ideology about the chosen ones. But there is no doubt that some people are so locked into the material world and all their masks that they have to take upon them, that they believe that the physical world is the only reality. So I believe these are called the Helax. Now, they will be obsessed with obtaining anything. They will be obsessed with their facade. Now, the second group are known as the psychics, not because they have any extrasensory gifts, but because they are thinker and skeptics. We know them very often as academics. And so they stand somewhere in the between. At some point they will have to make a choice. The third part of the third group are spiritual people, where it's said that the light from the spiritual people is so pure that although you taking form as a human can feel fear, suffer, and you can feel threatened, and you have human responses. Someone here are here to remind you that if you walk the golden path, you can call it whatever you want, the path of the Tao, your own path, but the path that consists of unity consciousness. It is possible to be independent and have a unity consciousness at the same time. Because two puzzles in one big puzzles are not the same. They're independent from each other, and yet they make the entire picture. Hi. So yesterday we did a profiling on those of you who have to deal with male people who are on a very, very low vibration and therefore attract what is known as archons or lower deities, but they also attract. The problem is that the lower identities that someone might refer to as demonic entities or as psychiatric, delusion, narcissism, sociopaths, and these things. The thing is that your light, if you stay alive, you will provoke certain entities, because there is a group here of people, there are among 8,500, that want you to remain within the matrix during the shift, and they will do everything they can. Hi there, Stark. Sup. As you can hear, my voice is still etchy, and yeah, I got some challenging news, so I have to deal with this during the read. Probably I have to go to the airport tomorrow and tell them I have a lot of luggage. Yeah, so that's, and never read emails before you do a big read. So for those of you who are attracted to this specific read or this specific channel, we are going to do a profiling on the feminine and the masculine. I'm not even sure I can call them divine, although all is God, goddess, is to see what kind of entities some of you people are up against, and how you can protect yourself, what to do about it. Personally, I don't think that a simple pentagram is enough for you to protect yourself. You need to keep up a high vibration and stay or remain calm. Now, will there be a shift where, because you are doing the right thing, you will be transported over to a new earth? I have honestly no clue. I have no clue. Is there a difference between these so-called helixes, I think that was the name, psychics, or pneumatics? Yes, for sure. It is a gnostic system. So we're going to do that profiling, and hopefully tomorrow I will be able also to do some general reads or help outs. But my physics ain't good. It's still a lot of allopathy, paracetamol, light fever, but my voice is slowly coming back. I just feel that doing some little bit investigation, because I know that I soon have to face the establishment and be prosecuted as a criminal, or risk as, be seen as or talked to as a criminal, because in the past I tried to leave this reality. I didn't want to be in this reality anymore, because there's too much for my heart to handle, and because of that I have been in need of turning the heart chakra off, which shouldn't really be necessary. You're supposed to turn it on. It's supposed to have this woven light constantly. At some point, some of us, we have gone into this protection mode where we simply try to feel nothing at all. We are, for those of you who are very spiritual, who are independently walking the golden path, they all lead to source, but you're being bullied. Exactly. You're being bullied. Thank you. And you're being harassed. People will talk behind your back. And in general, I cannot let people close into my life, because at some point, some kind of negative vibration is going to occur. Something that irritates the shadow self within the other. No matter how patient you are, something is going to irritate the shadow self within the other, and they will project it onto you, and you have to walk on eggshells around people. That's why I would love to be as independent and not having a single human in my life, except my daughter, of course. Unfortunately, she's so old now that she is also being basically controlled by malicious influences. So she's changed a lot, and it's difficult to relate to someone when they change, because you grew them from they were children. Now they're on the end of their teenagers, and they are being groomed by people who take pleasure in harming others. And you know that everything you do, everything you say will be reported onto the other side. It is scary. Now, this does not have to necessarily have anything to do with you guys. But we're going to have a look upon that female which is in your life, because usually when we gather together in a group, it very often means that we are on a similar vibe. Or when you see this after. And the male and where you stand in this and what you can do. So this will hopefully be the last section of where we started yesterday. The one yesterday was very spaced out, star seedy. Now a demon is simply an entity who can self-reflect upon its existence, as a humanoid can. Not necessarily, it can also be a familiar entity with just negative intentions, but it have a certain consciousness, but because it's negative, lower vibrational, and maybe have psychic powers or access to psychic powers that which you don't, because it has connection to the astral. In reality, a daemon, the root of daemon is simply a neutral word for someone who's got a mind, the capability to think for ourselves. Okay, so you get my messy tarot. I messed up my tarot collection there. So we are going to work with the opposite of the Jewish construct known as the Shem HaMefurash, which is the Goetia. We are going to use the Barbieri Tarot. I get that accent. Which are malefic enough to show. Because if these people are good, they wouldn't attack you. They wouldn't harass you. They wouldn't tell lies about you. They would leave you alone. And they would be polite. They would not hurt your feelings purposely. So, first of all, what is the most important things in this female life? This female that is opposing you in your life. What are her interests in this life? What is it that she wants to gain in this life? So she wants to gain knowledge. Clearly, she have a lot to learn. Some of them might want to reproduce. Or also transit to another destination. Some of them feel stuck, emotionally stuck. It's time for them to reap what they have sown. So karma could come anytime. It's like they have some clutter around them. Could be they have some mental clutter around them that they need to fix. This fish is kind of interesting. It seems to me that they have a goal, which is to collect treasures, riches. So basically you could be dealing with a common gangster, you know, someone who I see very strongly this need to reproduce also. They are also vermin on the society. They are leeches. They basically are taking advantage of people and the society as we know it. So let's see. What are their thoughts and feelings for you? Some of you could be dealing with an ex. It is impossible. Well, we could see. What is the reason for this malicious behavior towards you? What is the reason? So this read is for all of you who feel that you have people in your life, you know, most people that we make an enemy of, even though we don't really have done anything, at least not that we are aware of. Even if you apologize, they will continue, and most of them will remove themselves or get out of your life after some time, but some remain stuck year after year after year after year, and they thrive and leech on other people's misery. So this is their character traits, their feelings towards you. Some of them could even feel, you know, if it's opposite sex, or if they are bi or gay, something like that, you know, they could even hate you out of jealousy. So for not necessarily all of you. So when I also say chosen one, I simply refer to people who act from pure spiritual intentions, who are owning up to the shit that you do, and tend to attract very negative people in general, because yeah, as you can see, it is dangerous to walk the path I do too, to build a channel with hundreds of people watching. Of course, gaining trolls is part of the game. So show me this female that my beautiful birds are up against. Show me this female. Actually, she shows me, I think it's my own filter, but there is a Babylonian connection, that this goes all the way back to, you know, yesterday I talked a little bit about the Anunnaki. They were the Atlanteans, and after the flood, the Mesopotamian region grew, as in Iran, Iraq. So we had Babylon, we have the city of Ur, we had Arcadia, Assyria, we had Phoenicia, Canaan. So let's see. Interesting, because this is showing two of coins. She's also standing ready with a sword. So this is actually doesn't really tell me a lot. As it lands on the book here, I don't know if you can see the book. Yeah. It tells me that this person are looking up for knowledge regarding you, to find. With the stinger hair, you could be dealing with a Scorpio, but she has to, you know, it is coins. So I'm tempted to say she needs to make a choice, but no. This person is not working. She wants to reproduce. So there's something here about reproduction. But she's not working. Like I said, with the mice card here, this is someone who are vermin on the society. But they want to get rich. They are procrastinating a lot to avoid, because they have a tower moment that are awaiting them. So they are procrastinating. It could be that they are emotionally stuck. And they know that the moment I rig off this anchor here, whatever I've been building up around it will fall apart. And so they don't want that. So this is the star. So this could be you. Obviously it's you, because if they themselves were a star, they would be intelligent, they would be wise, they would be generous, they would have healing powers. So they feel that you have something which a lot of people adore and love because of your natural generosity. You have a true light, and some of them wants to basically rip that out of you, take that light from you. So here we have, I believe this is the Page of Coins. They have very little to offer, but they have an urge to, they are dreaming a lot about money, let's put it like that. They have this urge to possess a large amount of money. Eight of Swords here tells me that this individual is stuck. And therefore they have to deal with breadcrumbs. So if they come out as wealthy, let me remind you, they are not. You're not on speaking terms with this person. They see you as something, but they will never admit it. They see deep inside there, they know that you are unique, you are different from the others. And they want to basically take that from you. They are very depressed. We saw this yesterday also. There is nothing to celebrate in their life. It's like they have nothing to look forward to. Four of Wands in reversed. Here they're showing up with Four of Swords. So basically this is someone who are on such a low vibration that they basically could be dead inside. They see you not only as the star, but someone who have a lot of things, who have control on the physical realm. This is someone who is seeking attention like a child. Almost seem a little bit spoiled, to be honest. Basically, they're coming out as Nine of Coins, which is independent. Still, they are stuck And I also believe that they see you as independent, while they themselves have to live off others. And this creates jealousy. Now they are coming out as someone who are slandering. They are very cheap. They are not very generous when it comes to giving. And again, on the same row here, they have this goal. Subconsciously, they have this goal of almost building this empire. But they can't, because this is no empress. It's the empress showing it reversed. They are stuck with the burden, and they blame this burden on you. But your vibration is so high, you are all the way up there, so it's difficult for them to reach you. Nine of Cups in reversed, showing me that they have an extreme contempt. Is that the word? And basically it fits in with what I told you before. This viciousness, they're moving fast forward towards something. Towards what exactly? They have very difficult to let go of a situation. So they're trying very hard to move away from a situation. But it's like they are stuck in a specific position, because they are so full of hate that they won't stop until they are done with you. They are going to gain some kind of victory in something. I see you keeping your distance. You're just looking at them from afar. But they only see things from their own point of view, with the Hangman in reverse here. After having this victory, which is based on false premises and so forth and so forth, they have this plan on sneaking away. Because if they're jealous with you, they are probably jealous with a lot of other people as well. They have a very low self-esteem. As you can see, the trickster here is coming out as very evil, like pure archon energy. So this is someone who basically seems possessed. And also here, as you can see, it's like there is this form of energy here that keeps them stuck. They had nightmares, and they are extremely toxic with the devil here. They are unable to move. So they themselves are stuck. Probably, I would guess, mentally stuck. So, which demon are they under the influence of? It could be several demons, but let's see. Unfortunately, These are the small baby version cards of the ones I have. So they're showing me 2 cards. Okay, Belial is a very powerful demon actually. This is Sun in Pisces. So when this goes wrong, they are under a delusion. They are deluded. They have their own reality where they base their own rules. They are also under the influence of a demon called Salios. And they are obsessed with the idea with family. So they are willing to create basically a very large lie. And people will see them as good. Because they're only protecting their family. And it's like, if you're not part of my tribe, if you're not part of my if you're not part of my family, and if I don't like you because you did this and this and this 10 years ago, this is the mentality we see a lot of people have today, then I am allowed, I have permission from the universe to harm you. And unfortunately we see this mentality, it's basically everywhere. So I don't know if you could see the next part of the table. Yeah, I got a really good table this time. Unfortunately, places like this never last too long. So let's see, what is it that ticks the male? For those of you, I have many. So many trolls. Most of them don't touch me. I did get, like I told you before, an email the other day where I was told I'm the most disgusting woman on earth again, and he would send me one of these emoji where he was puking. Now, he gave himself out. You can't send me a fake now, because if you said this exact same word to me before, then I know exactly who you are and I know where you live. So basically what to feel for these people, where they ain't going nowhere. They are putting themselves in a very difficult position by working against the goddess and the gods, the universe, because you are a creature of God, you are a creation of God. So by putting themselves in a situation where they tell someone that you are a disgusting entity, that basically says that you are opposing God's creation. So let's see what the male person, maybe this vomit guy would pop up here. I don't know. So here we have a tree, shows me that this individual have a good physical health. They also have other options, maybe love, work, something. They could be very good looking. The dog hair, they are very loyal. So if you're dealing with a couple here, they are very loyal to their own family, or if you've been friends with them before, they were loyal until you one day said to them that, I don't have room for this negative mentality, you need to leave my space. And from that they will twitch and turn into either the snake or the fox. Fox is not that bad, it's simply a false person, or the cat. But the snake is a bad symbol when it comes to the Lenormand cards, that is. So this person is also showing up with a ring. So for some of you, these two people could be in a commitment, either engaged or married. Here we have your man. This is a Naga. They are known to be spiritual and wise, but this is a Lenormand card. Number 7 is actually a Naga number or a serpent number. So I rest my case when I say that some of you or some of us are dealing with someone who literally want to see you dead, or they would murder you if they could and get away with it. So actually this person is dangerous. This person is dangerous. I always say that this person is more dangerous than this person. Because they're coming out as this sweet dog, you know, wagging their tail. But this is a wolf in sheep's clothing. This is a psychopath. Now don't get me wrong, they are both very, very sick. They're very sick. This is also someone who are living off other people or the society. They could perhaps be on a pension. They don't want to work. They prefer to spend their life either with video games or making life miserable towards other people. You know, there are some people who have it as a lifestyle to defame or destroy other people's life. They are obsessed because it's a childhood trauma usually, and by taking this revenge and coming out victorious, they think they will solve the childhood trauma. In reality, they are making it 10 times worse. They also have fish. So I don't know what drives them, but they have this deluded idea, both of them. I can tell you from what I see here, from their talents or whatever, they're honestly, I don't say this to be mean, but I see very little talent here. Okay? Very little talent. There is a very low creative mind here. So they take from others. Okay? So when it comes to stealing or taking money or things or energies from other people, that's when they are creative. Maybe they have a skill like cooking or, but it's a skill that nobody would like, oh yeah, amazing, he or she is very good at cooking or baking. They have no skill, let's put it like that, that will make them famous or make them known. These are people who replicate other people, take from other people, and could profit from other people's work. Okay, so let's see. What are their emotions and feelings towards you? Do they have a secret sexual obsession with you? I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to say the word word sexual anymore on YouTube. There are so many laws that I hope more and more people will join Rumble, because it's difficult to when you grow up as Generation X to walk on eggshells every time you open your mouth. It's impossible. So at some point that system, well, I'm not going to be around to see how far they're going to pull it. Let's pull it like that. Okay. So interesting enough, this is someone you could have been married to and have a child with. Interesting enough, this individual, for some of you, they carry secret emotions from you or for you. I'm sorry, but it's illegal. Maybe you are from a different culture, which makes it naughty, you know what I mean? Which makes it bad to carry emotions for you. Maybe, just maybe, you are now the forbidden fruit. Maybe if they are married to this person, they somehow remember. I remember that this is just philosophy, it's not for everyone. But I'm a bit shocked to see that they also come out as, if they have a partner, either this partner or someone else, they want to display this partner as all costs. Maybe their partner is good looking, it's a good looking couple, and they like to display themselves and show off and see what a happy family is, see how good looking we are. They have no patience. They are toxic, maybe they drink something toxic, but they have little knowledge about alchemy. Some of them could have moon in Scorpio, could be dealing with Scorpio here. So they have a very destructive mindset or emotions, big trans. So Scorpio, if you have a Scorpio moon, even if in a Scorpio sun, this one is actually elevated in Scorpio. It's very negative here. And you have a snake, a beautiful bird. You need to be very, very careful. This is spooky. So they are pretty clear. Combine this with the snake. They are pretty ready. They are overdue to sting you pretty hard. Now I hope that many of you are Scorpios yourself. I have a good Scorpio placement. But instead of trying to attack, you need to create a shield. And I read one place today that some of you should ghost absolutely everyone in your life for a period of time. Jordan Peterson, he challenged us as in disappearing for 1 year. Because this is how, and I'm not going to say I'm innocent here, I will also say that we all carry something very negative within us. And so for you, you have your own immune system towards that because it's inside of you. But to other people, you could literally be toxic without your own awareness. With that I mean, let's say someone are sensible to light and you are pure light. And when you come and you carry this strong light, then you reveal what kind of people you are dealing with. You know, people will see. But only those who are awakened. So they judge you pretty hard. It's a pretty rough one. For what used to be, oh, I can't believe I went through all that. They victimized themselves. But clearly with the world here in reverse, they are not done. They're not done. And that's what I mean. That's why I'm worried on many people's behalf. I really hope the earth shifts. Because I'm pretty tired of having to deal with this. Like I told you, that I tried to escape this reality, which is considered to be a sin. You shouldn't do it, yada yada yada. And still, when you are in such in a state where you are so fragile, and people want to benefit from that, or they take pleasure in that, or they think they can gain something from that. That means that some people say we already shifted into 5D. Yeah, well, I still have to deal with people. Some of you have to deal with people who take pleasure. I was recently in India just a few months ago, and I had to watch the father beat up his 11-year-old child with a belt, with a leather belt, because his homework wasn't good enough. How on earth can someone come and claim? And then they talk about Krishna and worship and being good. You just abused 11-year-old child. Let's see, okay. So, for some of you women, you could be their baby mama. You could, like I said, you could have a child with them showing up on specific places here. And they know they have to relate to that, and that makes the situation even worse. They are they are sneaking around. They are very lonely. But they think they can get away with what they do. This tells me that they won't. Death here, as you can see, is crushing this little entity here. Wheel of Fortune. I highly doubt that this individual is going to earn a fortune anytime soon if they are not working. Looking here, they are not working. This female isn't working. I highly doubt that any of them are going to take upon them any kind of work anytime soon. So, for some of you, 10 years might have passed. And they still blame you for what happened 10 years ago. Maybe you did something very nasty 10 years ago. But people change. And they cannot understand that. So here they are. Also in this analysis paralysis. Right below the snake. They are stagnant when it comes to their mindset regarding you. They're unwilling to change, whatever that is. I'm supposed to cover up those weird twitchy boobies that I barely see them because they look like two teepees, to be honest. So as you can understand, guys, I don't think I will be monetized by YouTube, nor do I think I want to, because is this big of a mistake you do, and you will lose all your work. So anyway, let's move on. They feel that they have to defend themselves against you, which is strange, because I don't. Let's see. Are you really attacking them? Because someone who are the so-called chosen one, like I said before, if you are a chosen one, it is your choice. It is your choice. And it's because you have moved yourself from the material world, you have moved yourself from being skeptical towards that there is something more beautiful than knock knock. So 7-7 twice again shows me, so they have invested. They have invested in something rotten, this tree. And they have 7-7 twice, which equals temperance. So that also is elevated in Scorpio. There's also Sagittarius. There's a lot of Scorpio energy actually here. Queen of Cups. It seems to me that one thing both of them have in common is that they have issues with money. I'm starting to suspect that the male one is in love with you, for some of you. They could also come out as, look how much in love I am with my new missus, okay? But it is freaky to see on their descendant how many cups they are showing you as the viewer of this read. It is pretty weird, isn't it? Maybe they could have a strong Libra placement. Maybe they simply don't have a mind on their own and they feel forced to do whatever they do. They act upon fear. There could be someone behind the wall who are I'm starting to suspect that for some of you the real enemy is if you are dealing with an ex, it could be their partner who is manipulative, and that your ex don't necessarily have any backbone, so to speak, or any spine to stand up against them or have a mind on their own. Because this doesn't make any sense with so much love here. However, they're also showing up as a psychopath. So this could be their mask, because the ascendant is usually who we pretend to be, just like the female here, pretend to be someone who are very stable, someone who carries a lot of knowledge, and they are doing lots of things, they are fixing a lot of things, but the devil is here. And the contempt for you, the hate for you is difficult for them. It's very strong present in this read. Oh my God, they are stalking you as fuff. They are stalking you like hell. Beautiful people. which made me start to think that they are obsessed with you. They're obsessed. They're a psychopath. They love you, they're obsessed with you, but they are now, allied with someone. Something tells me, I get this feeling that they want your attention. So look, they somehow are trying to adjust the way they look. Maybe they dress different. Maybe they gone to the gym, lost some weight, different haircut. So you will perhaps be lusting for them. If you had lust from them before, you should be able to lust from them for them again, that they have this idea. I don't know, I just get this idea someone here is trying to get you jealous. Now, Seven of Swords, they've been caught in an act and they now have to swallow their own shit, basically. And Morg officially, he have been doing this for a living. Now this person here, just been caught. He's been caught. You probably caught him doing something that is very unethical, but he's not owning up to it. No. Yeah, well, I have a picture here. No, pretend it's a photography. I don't understand this quite. We have a sociopath who wants to clear up a situation, but we also have analysis paralysis, and yet they are stretching out this coin like a child. I don't understand it, but a confused mind doesn't make any sense, would it? The Hierophant, so this, again, this could be someone you divorced. Some of you could be dealing with Taurus. We also have Capricorn here. For sure Capricorn, some of you. Taurus twice, a little bit Aquarius energy, Cancerian energy. And what do we have here? Maybe at some point they were waiting for you. I'm being good girl and covering boobs. They are no longer waiting for you to take action. They realize that you're gone. As you can see here also, you're gone. So now I'm going to do things that are unethical. They actually secretly have you on a pedestal. They think very highly of you. They are extremely jealous of you. You are the star to them. And I'm shocked to see this and say this, but they are in fact fucking secretly crashing on you. Look at this. All this. And they pretend that this is probably their new mate. But here, King of Wands. They are sexually attracted to you. They are emotionally attracted to you. But the only way they can get your attention is to play mind games. They want to fuck you up. Why? Because you broke their heart. They are the wounded warrior. It's a pretty sick game they are playing, to be honest. Because you broke their heart something. So in a way you got the last say. As you can see here, they are dancing with the devil. But I get that they are very clumsy. They're not really a good dancer. And so that goes for the other one too. Because this is typical me. When you see me dancing, this is a typical costume when I am in my correct weight. Actually, the cards here is a skirt like this. Only I haven't decorated it yet, but I have all this bling. I used to teach tribal fusion, oriental dance. This one is dancing with the devil. It's like they almost have created a secret pact without you knowing about it. So they are trying to get your attention, but you're not responding because you say, I'm not interested, I'm moving away from this. Please, you are no longer my Two of Cups. So now, some of you have gotten a message. I know for sure another Scorpio who are up in court. I know I have to deal with a court case. And so I see many of these things, they do in fact resonate. I don't know about that love part. In that case, they're pretty good at hiding it. But this is an example of what they would do is to manipulate the system, take the money, run away, they get caught. But so far, as you can see, the only cage they have is in their own mind. Now, they're not getting any attention from you. So you could be their baby mama, baby papa, some of you. But the High Priestess here again, there are some secrets that's going to come out, and that could be because you're dealing with a court case. Now, if you are a daddy, if you're a mommy, they will portray you as evil, because that is what evil people do. By, trickery, smoke, the ninja style. Ninjas were tricksters. They smoke, you can't see them, and then they're gone, and you get confused. But as a person, they are doing very little. It's only about mind games. In this case, I don't understand this card because it looks to me Six of Cups. Yeah, Six of Cups. It's a soulmate, and you have split with this soulmate. So I'm pretty shocked to reveal to you ladies out there that your ex, who is now with another woman, he still possesses feelings for you. And she don't know because he's a good actor. He's the devil, right? You see the devil, both of them have the devil. And basically what I'm trying to say here is that by convincing them, by harming you, they are convincing them how much they hate you. So the original hate lies within one of the parties. You can, if you want, or if you feel that if this resonates as the female and this resonates as the male, you can mix them because the energy is fluid. So this is just like you say, a framework here. So what exactly did you do to piss them off, Scorpio? And my beautiful, I don't know why I say Scorpio, I used to do Scorpio reads, but what exactly did you do to piss them off? Like we say, Norway, så in i helvetes granskauen. So we're going to have a look at that, and then I think maybe later, I hope, if not for sure tomorrow, but I think I'll try to give out free reads. Just have to go out and get a little bit yogurt and such, but if I feel I get worse, I feel already better today, that we will for sure do free reads tomorrow, because only so long I will possess this beautiful room. This is probably the best room I've had this entire year, I think. Even better than the room I have home in Norway. Much better. So, I could totally move to this place. I love this place. It's beautiful. So let's see, what is it that you did? What is it that you have done that pissed off these people so much? Because in my case, I had a good, friendly relationship with my ex, and I have that with most of my exes. We separate as friends. And as soon as he take in a new woman, he turned into my worst enemy. Now this read is for everyone, so that does not necessarily have to be the case for all of you, but I know that he's a replicator, and it's difficult for him to have his own mindset. So when she says that, Raven, she's pure evil, he will act upon as if. But I also know that he is someone who falls in love very easily. There's a lot of Libra in him. I don't know if that's the case with you, so we are going to do a general read and see what is it that you did that are so naughty they find it okay to steal from you, harm you. What shocks me is to see, that the male here turning up as a complete sociopath, as in pure evil. Okay, so let's see. You're coming up with 3 of Cups. So clearly there's this third party situation. This is jealousy. They feel that whatever you have done is unfair to them. But what I could tell you from my experience is that if they have acted hostile upon you, and you have removed yourself from them, although there should or could be, déjà vu, duties. I can tell you this much from my part of the situation. All the duties that was upon him was neglected. But that's being ignored. We don't talk about the demons that possess us. We don't talk about that, because the moment you call out someone who possesses a demon, they are going to bring so much wrath upon you that I experienced once when that someone would completely rob my entire place. They would take everything. So I was left with nothing in the wilderness, because I called them out. I saw their eyes went black. They were acting very strange around me. They were acting sadistic, not necessarily, sadistic, because they would laugh when I cried. And that's sadistic. So you are getting a lot of attention, many of you. You're getting a lot of attention. Some of you are very attractive. Some of you could be performance artists or dancers. You have unity consciousness. And basically, Queen of Wands is seen as a threat to a lot of women who lack self-confidence because they don't understand that we are one being. Yeah, this is also jealousy. Either you have a new lover now, which can create more jealousy within, for those of you who have an ex. If you're dealing with a previous lover, ex, husband, whatever, and this first individual we read about contains the devil and all these dark demonic entities, they will try to destroy you so that you no longer, they want you to lose your attractiveness. They want the entire world to understand what a horrible being you are, and what a victim they have fallen upon to your, maybe you have, like me, you could be a card reader, Three of Swords, you broke someone's heart. And I believe they broke your heart too, not necessarily in a romantic way, but they broke your heart too when you realize that, wow, this individual is actually taking pleasure in harming others. Four of Cups, it was a loss to you. You lost a friend. Someone at least you thought was a friend. If you knew what they are capable long time before, you probably would have stayed away much sooner. It seems to me you are about to wake up, but you are the victim clearly in the situation. And although I don't like to be called a victim, I don't use it, but there is unfinished business here. And I don't think the business will be done because I don't know how long God will stretch this, okay? How long is God going to stretch this? What can you possibly have done to them in a past life or in this life alone for them to follow you from one reincarnation to the other? Because one of you at some point needs to let go or put down your swords. But I experience sometimes when I walk towards people and apologize, they would say, I accept the apologize, but you need to know you said this and this and this yesterday, and I respond with, I just apologized, so why are you bringing it back up? And what do you know? The conflict is on again. Because they have to make some kind of point out of absolutely everything. Okay, there are a lot of tarot here. Okay, so let's settle this with a Celtic cross. How is this for you? And we are going to keep an eye on these people, because I also experience sometimes that when I've encountered several people, and I got away from this empirical psychiatric system where they have this disorder. The disorder is pretty equal to having a very low vibration, and at some point you allow another entity to use your body to create chaos and to destroy your light. Now, no one can really destroy your light, but they can dim it so much that we know people take their own life. So let's see what's happened here. So This is remember, this is a general read. It won't fit for all of you. But clearly, you are something very unique and something very beautiful, and you're also clearly very spiritual. You belong to those we call the nomadics. Not nomad as in traveler, but it's a gnostic concept. I'm wary of the chosen one, but many people feel it's a, I'll be honest with you, it's a small click trap. So you can come in and see that that phrase is kind of not so accurate. If you read the scriptures, it's a little bit of a bunch of babble. But there are only 300 oversouls on earth, which means that a lot of people are chosen. But you need to agree upon them. Okay, so this is an African spider god, the Wheel of Fortune. So I'll take the spider for it. A lot of confusion was created. I see these people have confused the hell out of you. What is going on? Why are you saying this out of the blue? This does not make any sense. Why do you behave like you're 5 years old? Because you're dealing with extremely immature people. They want attention seekers. And you get attention. You're a queen. You're a king. You get it naturally. And when they are on the page level, it's not easy. So it is easy to fabricate anyone as evil. Even today, you can read about Mother Teresa, Gandhi, all of them. You find lots of story about exposing Teal Swan, Sadhguru, all of them. And we, truth to be told, we don't know. But we do know that they are not angels. And I said before, we're all bad people at some point. The point is that, are you doing your best to be good? Or are you wasting your life on trying to harm others? Are you trying to help others? Or is some claim that Teal Swan's agenda is to gain power? We know that Sadhguru, he has already gained a lot of power, and I do read astrology chart. But I'm not going to comment on that, because there are some people who will be against you as soon as you speak out loud about something that is spiritual. I react very strongly upon people who attack Abraham Hicks and Daryl Anka, because they, although they might seem weird, freaky, strange, Piscean energy, they have helped me a lot. I literally found money on the ground, money come flying after me by doing certain techniques that they've told me. And it works. The stuff they tell you actually works. Now let's move on. Let's move on to where you are right now. Right now, what the entire story as it is, I see. I can't even explain it. All I can say is that there was created a lot of confusion here, and you were given no option. You gave, and someone took, they took. You tried to remove yourself from this individual, or whoever this individual are, but for some reason they are like a spider. They keep crawling around you, and because you're benevolent, you don't kill spiders, but sure as hell you're tempted now and then. There could be a child involved, and they are using this as a means to get more money from you. They have trouble to come out from this situation victorious, because they don't act from their heart. They act from hate. If you act from hate, universe is like a mirror. The result will be hate. So in your past, I see you are happy. And then, I don't know if your child was taken from you, or if someone harmed your child, or if someone undermined your authority as someone with compassion, or you were exposed to someone who claimed they are a better mother than you. You could be a man and have motherly instinct, and you could be undermined as a parent. And this was or is unjust. But as we know, in this world, usually the villains, they win. You're still coming out from the situation as a star, my beautiful bird. You're still a star. I love it that she's holding a goat there, because I have this plan on tattooing a goat on my arm as a FU towards those people who are they literally use goats. They torture goats to get free from their own sins. It's a construct that comes from the fallen angel, also known as Azazel. And yeah, it's a long story. Five of Swords in reversed here. You have to prepare yourself that this story is not over, my beautiful bird. Judgment in reversed. That's a difficult one. That's a difficult one. It could be that you are being harshly judged, which is not in your favor. It's unjust. And one of your fears is to lose your own sovereignty. I see you slowly coming out of your own analysis paralysis, that you really don't know how to act, and you will get new options in life. But there is something here about a child that doesn't get the proper attention which it's supposed to have. It could be your inner child, or here with Page of Wands is getting plenty of attention. The entire fight could be about a child. Now, be careful here, my beautiful bird, because High Priestess in reverse might could be so that somehow these people might succeed in disaligning you, and so you can speak from a place of wrath. And be careful for this Ten of Swords in reversed. You will have a lot of issues moving on. It will rockle your foundation. Then I see a playful energy here coming in for you. For myself, I'm a traveler, so Two of Wands and this Mount here, move on. But there is this energy here that there's something here which is extremely unfair. But you're still coming out as the Queen of Wands, beautiful, attractive, you're getting all the attention. But you have to deal with the establishment. And some of within the establishment, there could be prosecutors, and many of the prosecutors, they enjoy putting other people in a difficult position because they are making money from it. And I see it's difficult for you to move away from this. But the biggest surprise here that whatever you're up against right now, my beautiful bird, it will put an end to the devil here. It will put an end to this situation. You will finish a cycle. For some of you, it's been 5 years. For some of you, it could be a 7-year-old cycle. I don't know, but the devil is coming out in reversed here. You're coming out as the winner in the end. Some of you might also find new love, and I also see that some of you could get a money refund. So the ending here is actually, it's a little bit scruffy in the beginning. If one of them are a former lover, you won't have to deal much with them again. You're coming out as the Queen of Swords. You have the Knight of Coins here. Queen of Swords is someone who, chops up the BS full on. Okay, so we're going to pull out some advices from the Urban Crow Oracle before I have to do a little bit errand, and I hope to see you again later tonight if I'm keeping up. I don't think I had any paracetamol today, so that must mean something good, right? Okay, so your first advice here, especially if you are strong fire, you will be met with resistance. But resist back, don't move, but be like a tree of willow. A willow tree is very strong, but when the wind comes, it will bend, but it won't break. Do you understand? Do you understand? Do you understand? So this is for those of you who have strong earth in your chart, but it can mean to everyone. Scavenge. So you could be dealing with scavenger, but you also have 4-4 here. Actually, we have 3 4s here, which I rest my case. Many of you out there are actually chosen. So when you see the crow, you see the raven or any other Corvidian bird, it's a reminder for you that the angelics, or whatever you call it, that are keeping an eye on you to remind you that you're not alone. So scavenge is not a negative thing. It is many humans who live as scavenger, because like in Oslo, where I come from in Norway, like they throw food which is not out of date. They throw new furniture and clothes to the garbage, so their opponent or their competitors won't get hold of it. I worked in a shop like that before. So instead of giving it to homeless people, they will make sure no one would get hold of it. And so people who live like scavenger, it's no way necessarily a negative thing, but scavenge upon you that's different. And I think you got my picture which I sent out there. Now there is something about communication here. 9 here represent the hermit. So it will give you more knowledge and understanding. You might isolate yourself for some time. There is something here about ghosts. So that thing from the ghost shows me you need to have a direction here, take a risk. You might expect a battle. Some of you are a little bit eager, but you are going to rise. You might feel that wherever you are forced to go, you feel a little bit out of displacement, and you might also experience some grief, because this year, well, like the other seers, readers and card readers and so forth are saying, is going to be very, very strange. I love you so much, my beautiful birds. I hope this helps. Usually it's a very typical case that I realized after telling my story, that many of my friends and people I've spoken to are in the exact same position. Not necessarily, I know one woman, she has to deal with 3 children and an obnoxious ex who's making it difficult for her. I know one person who's been harassed by his ex for many years, and I have a sister, the father of her child, he would violently, physically abuse their boy and make childish pranks. During his confirmation, he would tell my nephew that I'm going to buy the certificate for you, the driver's license for you, and after when the confirmation was done, you can, by the way, forget about the certificate, and he will laugh up in his face. Basically, Arundel, where I come from, is a small town, but it's filled up with plenty of sociopaths and psychopaths, narcissists in general. It's the reason I don't thrive in that town. And I'm afraid to say so. I don't know if I attract this kind of situation. I'm afraid to say so that many light bringers as yourself, many light workers, you attract situations or people that are in need of your healing. It might not work here and now, it might take years, but when they are dead, whatever you have in you, someone needs it, and you will affect their blueprint. And just like you meet some strangers now and then, and you can't understand why they were so kind to you when you were in need. because some of them are angelic earth angels, just like many of you people out there are. I love you so much, everyone, and I hope to see you later. Catch you on the flip side.